Can you believe I got the opportunity to go live on His Advocates TV and YouTube and soon to be all the other social media accounts all at once? Boom! I'm excited. First and foremost, my name is Kelby Smith. If you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe down below. Please follow. Go right now. Make sure if you haven't, go to His Advocates TV, hisadvocates.tv, and get yourself into a position where you follow what we do. We've helped tens of thousands of people on the subject matter to what I'm going to talk about tonight. There's always gurus out there that have their 2 cents and you got to do it this way and LLC this way, and you make the foundation hold this, and you got to do this. And I'm listening to all these guys who have no experience talking about a repeat of another video they just saw 2 minutes before. At His Advocates, we've been in business for over 14 years. We've done tens of thousands of jurisdictional positions, helping people with state citizenship, helping people with foundations, helping people with UBTs, unincorporated business trusts, helping people with trusts, with wills, you name it. No, we are not attorneys. We sure in the heck would never be an attorney. We would never want to be. The attorney's first oath is to the state. That's corpus juris secundum. The second is to the court. The third is to the client. There is no good attorney. I mean, yes, there's some good guys that are attorneys out there. I would calm down, guys. Don't sue me if you can find me. Bottom line is, people, we need to understand what we are doing. And unfortunately, many of the meme throwing gurus that are creating all these opportunities for content for their sites are not really speaking from a state of knowledge. They just heard some young 29-year-old, 30-year-old talk about it for 15, 20 minutes. They went to some course on LLCs, some course on how to do land in the private, and all land must be held in trust, and people aren't even understanding the core elements of what a deed is. As a licensed real estate broker in the state of California, I come with experience. I've owned lending companies where we had 120 loan officers on the floor between offices. We crushed it in those days of 2005, 6, 7, 8, and then boom, hit a wall. And I started finding out for myself that there is no such thing as a loan in this nation. And that kind of hurt me right here because, I was a believer. I am a believer, but and I had a conscience about what I did for a living. So I'm selling this opportunity to get a loan on your house at a certain rate, certain fee, and there was no loan. See, what's happening is a lot of people don't understand and I hope one of the white elephants that's in this room, outside of GMOs, outside of chem spray, outside of all the white elephants that we know of, the arm shot, the 15 million dead in this world due to that, outside of we've got to get the white elephants on the table. And this is one of the white elephants, is that the banks never gave a loan. That's a huge white elephant that people need to start understanding, that if this president doesn't address, he's a part of them. Knowingly, unknowingly, doesn't matter. If he is for the people, by the people, and not for the banks, you're going to find out. And the element of foreclosure prevention, the element of stopping all foreclosures, like some good sheriffs have actually done, where they're not serving the foreclosures because they have found locally in their county, they've done the research, they've got the forensic audits, they know what I'm saying is true. There's not a bank in the world that loans its money when they're doing it through fractional reserve banking structures, which is what this nation offers. What's happening is the banks are calling upon, yep, this is a true story, your birth bond account. Your social gains the credit in the system at the time that you fill out the application. When it funds, listen to me, when it funds, the bank is prepaid on your loan, and you go in and start making payments on something that they pulled through the treasury through the Federal Reserve window and got prepayment. In other words, no loan ever was done. That to me is appalling when you're given loans and when it's really coming off of the birth bond account, the birth certificate. I get it. They believe that they own the birth certificate. I get it. They believe that the bond element, the securitization element, the QSIP numbers on it, all that belongs to them. I get it. They think that that is okay. But this is a thing that I'm hoping that this President Donald Trump, sees the white elephant in the room with the painted toenails and does something about it. And I keep talking to the people about it, and we're going to get to structures and asset structures and why you need to do it a certain way and why you should do it in a certain format and why choose us. I'm selling it right now. Listen to me. This is a fact. This isn't fiction. I've done over 7,000 structures for people where they've not got a door knock ever, where they are tax exempt personally and business wise because they develop their structures around the way that we teach. You were not required to, as an American, contract with anybody that you do not wish to contract with. You are not required to go get a business LLC. That is stating that the company is owned by the corporate equivalent of the nation, the corporate state under the structure of the United States Corporation. Yes, the United States is a corporation. The United States of America is a country. The United States Corporation's exclusive jurisdiction is in the in the District of Columbia. 9 UCC 307H. Look it up. They don't have jurisdiction outside of that except what the states conveyed to them. Schools, courthouses, and the like. The point being, the United States Corporation doesn't have jurisdiction over the people until they decide to contract with them. Lesson 101. If you want to get outside of the jurisdiction of the IRS, stop contracting. Oh, but I want a job. I want to be able to work with somebody. I gotta do a W-4. I gotta do a W-9. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you don't want to set up a structure where you work for yourself, like a foundation, a UBT, unincorporated business trust, if you don't want to do those things, I get it. That's fine. You don't have to do those things. But the reality is, if you do those things, it belongs to the God that you placed it under, or it belongs to the man or the woman that you placed it under. It does not belong to them. There is no requirement under law for you to be forced to take an obligation that they are not in control of. They are only in control of your name, which is the birth certificate, and the birth certificate is the United States citizen. Look under 9 UCC, under registered organization. You're going to find, and this is amazing, you're going to find that the United States citizen is the birth certificate. And so we take the birth certificate. I'm just going to explain a few things. This is not hypothesis. We take the birth certificate. We go to the DMV and we say, yes, this is me. I want to become a driver. Can I have a job? It's called driver. They say, sure, take a test. Let's go out and do some performance examination. See if you even know how to drive, which is a commercial term. Congratulations, you got the job. Here is your employment identification card, known as a driver's license. Man, I got a driver's license. I'm going to go get a job at Shakey's Pizza now. Let's go to Shakey's Pizza. I want free pizza. I'm a kid. I want to make my $19.75 an hour because I'm in California and I get that kind of wage for fast food, or $20 an hour, get that kind of wage for fast food. I want to go now get a job at McDonald's. I want to eat hamburgers in the middle of the night. The ones they throw away, they're just about an hour and 1 minute old. I want to eat those ones all night long. I want that job. So I'm going to go and I'm going to fill out a W-4. I'm going to contract with the IRS for a job that's called taxpayer. That's my job title. I take on the yoke of that position by getting a W-4 contracted. The IRS doesn't respond with a countersigned signature. I'm creating a trust, if you will. There's no countersigned signature. It's my trust that I am going to operate that trust as trustee and do the right thing, which is file the taxes required when I get a W-2. Got my second job now. Man, I'm really getting going. I'm like 16 years old still. I'm just getting going. Let's go get another job. Let's call it voter. I want to become a voter. I want to vote in this system of the United States that is so flipping rigged. But yes, for some reason, Trump pulled it off this last time. Did he pull it off? Did he? Or is that just the play that we're watching? I want you to think. I know, look, all you Trumpers out there, everybody calm down. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm just saying there's some white elephants that need to be addressed if we truly want that white man, that God man, that Godhead. That guy is so powerful in that the whole world is now looking at him. The one is saying, let's go after Canada. Let's go after Greenland. Let's make Gaza a beautiful oasis for us people to go over and hang out. And, we can go. What? Okay, so we're going to bring peace to Gaza by taking the strip for ourselves. That makes perfect sense. I mean, come on. I just think that there's things happening, and it's the undone things. Don't get me wrong. Love Doge. I love the fact that they're finding out all the slop. I love all those things, but there's 5 or 6 or 7 things that I'm afraid you're never going to hear about. The things that are so big, like the chem spray that comes over our heads, that's dropping nanoparticulates. I'm not exaggerating. Aluminum, barium, strontium, and other things that we don't know about. Smart dust, smart fog. The global agenda of transhumanism, if that's not addressed. The global agenda of the world order coming in and doing what they're doing. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I loved what he did with NIH. I loved what he did with the CDC. I loved how he stopped the internet actions of anything they're doing on their websites. I dig that, man. That is really some hot stuff. To me, that's smoking hot. But we are still being sprayed. We still have the worst food in the world. We still have something that's seemingly just taking out anything that's dead, but not killing anything that's alive and burning entire neighborhoods out. Although a forest fire proved this with you guys, did this show earlier with Carmel on Man Cave. We did the show. Trees burn at between 500, 600 degrees, up to 900 or 1,000 degrees. Cars are being melted. Glass is being melted. 2,500 degrees for glass, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. 2,500 degrees. Yet the tree with the leaves right next to it seemingly escaped the fire. Escaped those tornado winds. Those elephants in the room that need to be addressed. That's all I'm saying. You know a big elephant that needs to be addressed? Taxes. And Trump did it. At least we got it talked about it. At least we got it negotiated. And one of the things that, if you're going to want to get an entire economy, and just hear me out, you Trumpers, you MAGA guys, and don't get me wrong. Hey, I'm for you. I'm for you. I'm also for him doing the white elephants, bringing that big elephant gun and smoking them. I want to see the white elephants in the room get dealt with. Too many people are dying. Too many people are losing their stuff because of corporate greed. If Trump truly is going to take over, he's got a heck of a job he's got to do. So I get it. I'm not thinking it's going to happen overnight. I'm not thinking the military-industrial complex is not embedded itself in deep under the ground, deep in places we don't even know about, that we can't even get to, that has redundant systems controlling everything in the world. And that's scary when you think about it. AI is already rogue. AI is another subject matter, another white elephant in the room. Transhumanism, spoke about it, not really. It said something about, holy smokes, what do you mean, Kelby? Transhumanism, like putting nanoparticulate robotic particles in your body that are functioning while they're in your body? That's just a conspiracy theory, Kelby. Yeah, you know what? You know what? So was JFK until it got released about 2 weeks ago by Trump. Just what the very thing that we got coined on, conspiracy theorists. To think that Lee Harvey Oswald could be in 14 different positions. Yeah, I know I'm not stretching it. 3 different positions at once. And have a bullet go through the front of the head, the back of the head, the sideways, boom, 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 boom. Boy, was set up. Was it a mob hit? Was it the CIA? It was. It was. It's always been alleged. Thank you, Oliver Stone, for coming out and saying the truth and being called a conspiracy theorist as well. And thank you, for the major conspiracy guys, the wrestling guy. I'm blanking on his name. The governor. What's his name? He's one of the biggest conspiracy nut jobs out there that seems to be nailing the truth. White elephant, weather modification, white elephants. There's some big white elephants. When are we going to stop with the spraying? When are we going to stop with the dust? The entire nation being under this fog. When is this going to stop? When is that going to stop? When are people going to hang publicly for doing these things to the whole world? To the whole world. Just frankly, that's what I want to see. I want to see the bad guys hang, not 1 or 2. There's millions of people that are involved in these crimes. Look, you can't be a part of crime. You can't do a part of bad things and be expected to just get away with something. Even if you're low level, I'm just following orders. Oh, you're just following orders. Yeah, it doesn't work. You're going to get smoked. You're a bad guy. You're going to get smoked. You're going to lose. It's okay. It's okay. As a matter of fact, you've already lost. And I'm hoping this president is in charge of bringing us behind him and doing whatever it takes to thwart evil and you bad people. Now, there's my rant. Guys, we have opportunities right now like we've never had before. Never, never, never. You will never see an opportunity like what we have right now in thousands of years. You've never seen it. They've always had an issue before that is being dealt with differently now. In history, money has always been gold or silver for the most part. They've done paper forms of currencies. They've done these test projects, greenbacks and different things like that. But for the first time in the last 150, 200 years, it's been kind of the prevalent thing with like a gold-backed security certificate from China, which is what the Federal Reserve was on since 1911. Now, we're completely going digital. And I'm just warning the world. Just look, forward this to your family and friends. I'm just warning the world. I'm the watcher on the mountaintop yelling as loud as I can. We are completely changing systems. The old system, fiat currency, is gone. Trump is supporting a cashless society, period. He is publicly saying no CBDC for the Federal Reserve. And that is like pulling the rug of cash and the ability to print money away from the Federal Reserve. There is some very interesting things happening, and I am wondering the plays and the counterplays, the moves, the counter moves. What kind of football game are we watching? I say that in the precursor tomorrow. Go Chiefs. I'm just kidding. Go Eagles. I'm just kidding. I don't care about either of those teams. It's all set up anyway. There is no winner, but it's going to be fun. It'll be fun to watch. You're going to watch the refs give away who they're actually going to make win. You're going to see it. Anyway, we're in a different form of a football game right now. We're in a similar type of football game where we're watching this play, and we got to figure the things out. I think we figured them out. So for you that don't know, we're going to talk 2 things, secular and biblical. Both are happening simultaneously. The world is changing to a biblical backed, formatted structure done through a secular system. The secular banking, family cartel, whatever you want to call it, La Cosa Nostra on steroids, the family of 300, the multiple families with the committee of 300 supporting them, the Illuminati. I don't care what you call those structures behind all of this. I really don't. Smart guys don't do anything. Just calm down, everybody. It's okay. I'm telling some secrets here. It's not a big deal. You already told the secrets and you make it public. All I'm doing is making sure I share it with everybody. That's it. So everybody calm down. But the reality is they do exist. President Donald Trump is not the most powerful man in the world by far. He is the one that is bringing the most scare. And I hope from the bottom of my heart, he is legitimate. I'm hoping God has a hold of him. I'm hoping he's not speaking about the white elephants that need to be spoken about right now, and he's doing something in the background. I'm hoping the same thing you are. And I'm keeping him in prayer. Yeah, I'm a prayer warrior. I'm keeping those things open. I'm not letting those things go. Those things are very important for us to keep into consideration of what's really going on in this world. So, on that note, think about what I'm about to say. With the entire world changing and the entire system going into a non-cash based system where they can control every element, and they don't even need your permission to know what you're doing, where you are, and what and how you're doing it. Look, there's a thing called the IoT, Internet of Things, that's now living within you. Your body is now basically an antenna, and they are trying to get the to become airborne if they already haven't, so that you're breathing it in, so it changes your DNA that way. There is never, ever, now hear me out, this is outside of tax, this is outside of all those things. There has never been more important of a time that you detox every single day of your life. And I mean by red light therapy, sauna, cilantro juice, celery juice, whatever it is you need to do. That your body detoxes these metals out of it before they take a hold and do a change to the DNA structures of our body. That's where we are at. That is not a lie. It's not a fabrication. It's not a manipulation. It's not a conspiracy. These are things that have been developed a long time ago, coming to fruition today. So on that note, let's get healthy together and let's get wealthy together, because they are changing this system, and it's going to give us this opportunity to get super, super rich, financially secure, and you can do it in the private. Now, you can support our ministry a couple different ways. You can go to HISadvocates.org, and let me take you there with a quick banner for yourself. I'm sorry, I'm the guy operating to do the whole show. Join HISadvocates.org. Become a VIP member. Super important. We have hundreds and hundreds of VIP members. Hopefully one day we have thousands of VIP members. We support you guys with information, shows, town hall meetings, and certain things that people really need to know, which is how to get and what to get and where to buy and how to get it stored, and regarding these cryptocurrencies and the system and structures that are going down right now. Guys, look. There's a handful of cryptocurrencies really in this world. You're going to see the majority of cryptocurrencies going out of business in a very short order. Okay. There's a handful of cryptocurrencies that are what are called ISO 20022 compliant. It is what the world order, the IMF, the World Economic Forum, all the power structures, the gurus have put together to be able to transact and know what is being done through the Internet of Things. Okay, it allows for everything to work. Now, I'm not going to get into XRP, but I just held a town hall meeting for the VIP members on XRP and the why. It's absolutely going to go in the neighborhood of between 10,000 and 100,000, in my opinion, within the next 5 to 10 years. There's no doubt in my mind after studying what I've studied and how many companies are contracting with Ripple, which is XRP. So if you want, go become a VIP member, click on the shows and videos, and you'll see town hall meetings and start studying the cryptocurrency shows. And go click on the VIP shows and start studying those. Because as a VIP member, you have access to all the past shows, all the past content. And that is the start. We can give you names and numbers of people that can help you get through to that point where you're holding the cryptocurrency on what's called a hard wallet. Okay. If you do this right, you have your wire and your hard wallet. This is a Trezor, and I put it in a Faraday case for in the event of an EMP attack. Kelby, that's a little over the top, don't you think so? No, I don't. Not at all. There is nothing that's off the table these days. There's just so much structure and so many things going sideways, weird and wrong. You can't say that is another conspiracy. There's a 10 days of darkness, according to Q, according to all you Trumpers, it's about to hit. So whatever that means, gosh, I hope so. I really do. I won't have any darkness. I have generators and a whole house EMP attack device and whatever. Don't come to my house. But you know what I'm saying. I'm prepared because I'm in the know. I'm like a watcher. I get in front of this. I listen to different people. I study what they're saying, and everything, by the way, that I'm talking about tonight, I can actually show you in the law, the financial system, the money, how it moves, the chemtrails, the what they're trying to do with the change in the DNA structures with that other word that I can't say on YouTube. And so we have to really be thinking, if you can find these things in the law, why are they public knowledge? Well, they don't want you to know about it. And I don't blame them for not wanting you to know about it. If you knew about it, you'd be doing something about it and you wouldn't get involved. Did you know that if you knew about the IRS, that it was 100% voluntary and that they have built into the IRS code a thing called revocation of election? It's in the tax code. CPAs don't know this. This one of the best parts of my job is discussing where we get the law from that allows us to do with what we do. And when I show a CPA a revocation of election, and they go and look in the tax code that they've never read before because the book is that thick, and no CPA has read the whole book. And CPA's tests are harder than an attorney's test. But man, why is the CPA telling you that everything that you put into your bank account is taxable? That's a lie. No, it's not. But they want you to believe that everything that you do, every bit of money that you make is taxable. Capital gains. I show people how to get out of capital gains by structuring up a deed properly in the private and how you hold it through a foundation. Capital gains gone. Gone. You want capital gains gone on your taxes for your cryptos? Listen, I know what Trump is saying about capital gains being gone on cryptos. You really want them gone on cryptos? You purchase your crypto with a private foundation through, yes, HISadvocates.org. We'll be happy to help you out. Go down, register HISadvocates.org and submit a support ticket. Give us a phone call, whatever it takes. We'll call you either way. We will help you with wealth. We will help you with knowledge. We'll help you make educated decisions. I've been doing this 14 years as HISadvocates. Not one complaint. Not one. Not one agency issue. Not one person is having an issue with their jurisdiction or with their structures or their a tax item issue with the IRS, door knocks, whatever. Nothing. Why? Because it's real. The law supports it. The Supreme Court support you becoming a state citizen. The Supreme Court supports you styling the business structure the way you wish. Unregistered, private. Okay? I've taken people that got in trouble using PMAs, like the Amish guy. And I showed them why he got in trouble because he had the PMA registered. I understand jurisdiction better than probably most attorneys do because I've read the warrants and indictments and I know what they do to obtain them. We have developed a program called the Living in the Private program that basically is the reverse engineering of a warrant or indictment. Not that you're going to need one or get one or you're eminent on one, but if you really want to get out of the jurisdiction of the federal corporation masquerading as the United States of America and being a bully and taking all your money and showing up with guns and SWAT teams and stuff, just stop contracting with them. They don't show up. They only show up to the guys that contract and don't pay or contract and file fraudulent returns. So, other than stopping contracting, what can you do? You can change your jurisdictional status personally to do what Benjamin Franklin did, what George Washington did. Guys, they were not United States citizens. None of our founders were. They were all state citizens. I have for free for you, if you go to HISadvocates.org, I can show you up to 70 different Supreme Court rulings, both at the state and federal level, regarding the fact of what you were allowed to do to become a State of the Union citizen. It is a choice in this nation. Your constitutional, God-given, unalienable right, guaranteed by the Constitution, is the Constitution is clear. You have a right to contract. It's your God-given, unalienable right. Your rights come from God, not from man. But it doesn't feel that way anymore. It does when you come through what we do. We literally get a passport for Americans as state citizens. We literally say, no, we're not U.S. citizens. We explain to them the state citizenship. We submit it with a 5-page explanatory statement where you are now pledging your allegiance to the state to which you were born and to the Declaration of Independence that you are a party to that. And we give them the Supreme Court rulings and they support it with what? What? Huh? A passport. Yep. Wait, I'm not a U.S. citizen and I can still get a passport? How? Well, it's as a state citizen. We help people that are naturalized. People that came into this nation became naturalized. We help to convert them to state citizenship. It's not that hard. It's something we do all the time. This is something I've been doing for a long time. I still hold a broker's license. I still have bank accounts, not personal, but I have many structures to which I hold bank accounts. You ever hear that concept where you shouldn't own anything? You really shouldn't, because if you put something in your name and you own it, listen very carefully. This is a principle of a maximum law. This isn't a thought process, a suggestion. This is a maxim. If they own your name, they own the BC. The mother donated the live born record. They put a BC, put it on a 32-pound watermark banknote paper, put it in the public, said, who does this child belong to? Because there's no father signature on the live born record. The baby is a bastard. The state then picks up fatherly rights, fatherly ownership, and makes a claim by putting it into the public. Puts it on a QSIP number, or puts a QSIP number on the BC now. The birth certificate, the abandonment certificate. One of the words for birth is abandonment. I can go on with birth, birthing, doctor, all those things that are admiralty in law and why they pick these words for this contract. And they're very eerily weird. It's weird why they chose it all, to bring it all into admiralty. But if they own anything on the birth certificate, anything, then like the name, like the all caps name, they own that. And you take that and you use that for a personal account. That's their account. You use that to record a transaction on a vehicle where you're the owner of the vehicle. Well, they own the vehicle anyway because they have the actual true title of the vehicle. It's called an MSO. We got tricked on that. They took the MSO from the manufacturer statement of origin. They took that, and the dealer holds that, hoping you don't request it and want to register the car, because the state wants the MSO, because they're going to give you a certificate of title, not title. Title is the MSO. Title is the live born record. Well, title to your home has to be done properly too. And they pulled the wool, if you would, the rug, if you will, from underneath our feet on all of these things. See, we just go and get a house, purchase a house. We do a legal description. We put it in the all caps name or some corporation's name, all to which they own. If you register anything in this nation, it belongs to them. If you deposit any money in a personal account or a business account, it belongs to them. And you are now trading that money for a credit on account and stock in the bank. Period. If the bank fails, you fail with the bank as a stockholder. Period. Why do you think, knowing that there's going to be a transition in this world from fiat into digital, moving from the Federal Reserve note to crypto, why do you think it is so important, more so than ever now, that you become prepared, that you get your jurisdictional position correct, you title your house properly? We help people with deeds on their houses. We give you a template if you're a party to the living in the private program, because you have to have knowledge of what to do and the ability to ask questions. And we help people with the template requirements to put a deed into a lawful position. Meets and bounds. Meets and bounds. That's land. Legal description is air. I'm a broker. I've done thousands and thousands of loan transactions. I understand title better than most title attorneys out there. I was telling attorneys at dinner several years ago what I could do within reference to meets and bounds, and they said, no, you can't. California won't record meets and bounds anymore. And I didn't want to argue with them at the table, but they do. They can't tell you how you can or cannot record something. Now, obviously, there's provisions of mineral rights, water rights that you got to be careful and tiptoe and dance around. But man, when you own land and you purchase it with gold, how do you do that, Kelby? Look at an old deed. That's what God does. God shows you the keys to the Ferrari. God shows you the way. You just got to go and find it. God showed me in a basement, which is where all the stuff's recorded from pre-1967 in Los Angeles. I got to meet the manager there and have some tacos with him and ask him questions and see all the land patent books. And as a broker, it blew my mind. You mean I can record a deed like this today? He's like, yep. I'm like, so it's just the knowledge difference of the style of recording. Like, instead of being a joint tenant, you want to be fee simple, which is absolute title. Full tenure on the land. Vesting is critical. What you're buying, legal description or meets and bounds. How you're recording in your name? No, it's not your name. It belongs to them. So if you record in an all caps name, you're giving the property to them. You need to record in a foundation or private land trust that we can do for you. That's another one. Protecting your assets, protecting the futures of what you belong. And there's a couple of other very pinpointed things. HISadvocates.org. We know what we're doing. We're not the 19 or 20-year-old talking about another meme they just saw and trying to present it. We're the source. Okay? And it makes me laugh when I hear people going to somebody who's teaching them on how to record property in a land trust, but they don't teach them one thing the entire weekend about the deed. Really? Okay. Man, can I get a refund? You know what I'm saying? It just blows my mind that we live in that environment where we don't know the truth anymore. We don't. That's just facts, Jack. That's just is what it is. We don't really know the truth anymore. I'm going to tell you, I know the truth within reference to everything I'm talking about tonight. I teach it all the time. I reference it all the time, and I show the case law, the supporting law, the Supreme Court rulings, the statutes, the things that are required to get you, your life, your business, your property, everything free, meaning out of their jurisdiction, period. That's what I do. That's all I've dedicated my life to. For some strange reason, decided to let go of making millions a year to helping people learn about this, understand this, and have this grown. This is critical. How you buy your crypto is critical. What you place it in is critical. What kind of cold storage and how did you buy the cold storage is critical. Critical. Do you have a way before 1,000Xs, meaning XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, algorithm, all those things that are going to go through the roof? Do you have the ability right now to donate your crypto to something, foundation, that does not have a requirement to pay taxes ever on the gains? That's what we help you with. This is not rocket science. It's not something we're learning. We're not in the first few launches of SpaceX trying to figure out how to get a rocket out of this dome that can't be gotten out of. We're not that company. We're a ministry that's saving people billions on this. We were Doge before Doge. We were just taking it before they could steal it from people. Why? Because it is a choice. It is your God-given unalienable right, and it's your right to structure up or contract with anybody the way that you want. Give us an opportunity, please, to help you guys. Do me a favor. Go to HISadvocates.org and get set up at a minimum on a VIP membership. You can do the free membership, but you're really not going to benefit from the trainings and stuff. HISadvocates.org. Get yourself a membership. Understand something. You are going to be a party to the ability to rock and roll with a lot of people who've made a lot of money off my suggestions that I started 6 years ago on this particular movement of into the crypto, telling people what was going to happen on certain cryptos. And you know what? Oh. Okay, yeah, a little cocky, Kelby, calm down. I was right. I'm proud to say it. A lot of people calling me up, thanking me. Okay, proud to say that. A lot of my friends pissed off. A lot of my friends didn't listen to me out there. And you all know who you are. But it's not too late, man. We're in the baby section of the store still. Okay, we're in diapers on this movement. $3 on XRP is not too much, and it's not even $3 anymore. It came down 20%. It's the dip that you will never, ever, ever get another opportunity again. If you need help doing this and you need suggestions, you have a support team, you've got a staff. It's not just me there. We have a staff that's there to help. We will get you pointed into the right direction. People can help you with understanding how to put it on your device without asking for your passwords, without asking for your 20 words. And we will teach you what to look for with all the scams out there coming after people's crypto. Guys, you have no idea how important it is to protect your assets with different Faraday cages, Faraday sleeves, your phones, your tablets, your devices. You have no idea how important it is that you get computers that you've never used before to manage your crypto with. You have no idea how important it is you set the computer up right, and what happens and what you need to be looking for and how you need to have all the apps removed on it. You have no idea what it takes. We as a ministry, we as a business, we as an entity are helping people to get wealthy, to stay clear of the government's jurisdiction, to stay clear of warrants, indictments, door knocks that are unwanted, and to protect your homes, your cars, your assets, your children. Your children. Because if you believe biblically what I believe, you need to come out. And that means take everything with you and place it under God and watch what happens. You will be vindicated. They won't touch you with a 10-foot pole, and you'll be clear of any jurisdictional position, period. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching. Next Tuesday, 6 p.m., His Advocates TV. We do a lot of different shows throughout the week, but I want to thank you for coming and watching. I will forever be on your side, forever doing whatever I can to make sure that I teach and yell out from the top of the mountains what it takes. But you got to have a support staff to go through this, and we've done this already a lot. We're not new at this. We're seasoned, and we're here to help you guys. So God bless. Have a great night. Again, one of the things, if you want notifications on your phone, text the word freedom to this number right here, 855-452-0499. Go to His Advocates TV, please, and download your information so that you get notifications there. We are on Roku, Amazon, Android, Apple, Samsung, LG. We're pretty much on all the TVs out there in the world. We screwed up on something with Google. We had our app pulled from Google. We'll be back up in a week or two. But you can download the app on your phones. We're going to also make the app available offline, so you don't have to worry about Google Play. The app's developed. We're going to give people a link to be able to download it. But God bless you guys. Just stay clear of granting everything that you do, everything that you say. Stay clear of all that stuff. Be private with what comes out of your mouth, with what comes off the signature of your hand. Stop giving what belongs to you away for free. Those are the things of which we teach, and those are the things which people are 100% behind this ministry, and they will tout. They will stand and tell you what we do is true, and we know what we're talking about. So God bless. I'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Enjoy your weekend. Go Chiefs. I didn't say that. Have a good one. Bye.